Ever wonder why your videos get nearly no views, even when the content is good? There is a painful truth. People aren't clicking because your thumbnail and title aren't doing their job. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to fix it and finally get the attention your videos deserve. If it sounds good to you, let's get started. Today, we dive into the most powerful marketing tools you have on YouTube: your thumbnail and your video title. These two elements decide whether viewers click or scrolling. So today will be detailed, perhaps even exaggerated, but this is intentional. The more you understand here, the stronger your channel becomes. Hello there, my friend and fellow retiree. Jan here with a new episode of Retirees and YouTube, My Journey. If you still haven't subscribed to my training series, you will find a link in the text below or up here in the right-hand corner of the screen. So you can watch all the videos in this training series, especially tailored for us little older people who didn't grow up during a digital era. This is episode 11, focusing exclusively on thumbnails and video titles. Let's begin. If people don't click, your video might as well not exist. Now, most beginners think success comes from fancy cameras, perfect lighting, and expensive microphones. Wrong. Thumbnails and titles are 80% of your success on YouTube. Earlier I made the mistake of spending hours with my video script, filming and editing. And at the end, and before uploading, I spent a couple of minutes creating a thumbnail and suitable title. I learned that this was a tremendous mistake. Now when I know the topic of the video, I dedicate quite a long time to carve my thumbnail and title. And then I do the rest. And I do it this way for one simple reason. Your thumbnail together with your title determine whether YouTube even shows your video, whether a viewer chooses your video, whether you get suggested next to bigger channels, whether your video reaches audiences who don't know you yet. A great thumbnail and title can make a simple video go viral. A bad thumbnail and title can make a masterpiece disappear forever. This is why this episode number 11 is one of the most important episodes in our entire series. Now that you understand how powerful thumbnails and titles are, let's break them down step by step. And I will show you exactly how to make winning ones, even if you think you're not artistic. Let's simplify everything. A thumbnail must do two things: catch the eye, create curiosity. Let me give you an example. Eye-catching, yes it is. Curiosity, certainly. That's it. But don't worry, you don't need to be Mr. Beast to do these things. The magic is in how you do this. Number one, use big faces. If you want, of course. Why? Humans are wired to respond to faces. Shock, joy, disbelief. These micro emotions pull viewers in. Take a look again at Mr. Beast's thumbnail. It has all of this. A tip here: use a selfie with exaggerated expression. Avoid tiny faces. Avoid sunglasses. It kills emotional connection. Have you ever talked to somebody who doesn't look at you? Difficult to connect, right? Crop tight. Face must fill 30 to 40% of the frame. Number two, use bold colors. Especially for us retirees, clarity matters. Best combination: yellow together with black, white with red, blue with white, black and neon green. Avoid pastels. very dark images, boozy backgrounds. You want your thumbnail to pop, even on a tiny mobile screen. Number 3, add short text, 2 to 4 words. Examples: start today, don't do this, big mistake, simple hack. The rule here is, if possible, never write more than 4 words. I made a lot of these mistakes in the beginning. Use big chunky fonts, Anton, Impact, or whatever the name are. High contrast, bright text on dark background or dark text on bright background. Number 4, single focus. Your thumbnail must communicate one idea, not 10. Example of not so good thumbnails: 5 pictures, lots of text, complicated symbols. And an example of a good one: 1 face, 1 word, 1 image. Number 5, visual drama. This is where many underestimate themselves. Add arrows, circles, zoomed in expressions, shock moments, a big object relevant to the topic. Here is a thumbnail rule. If it looks too calm, add drama. Before moving on, where and how can you create your thumbnails easily and professionally? I highly recommend Canva, which I'm using. You can log into a free version to test it out. I use the paid version, which you can actually get at a very low cost to get access to more useful features. There's a link to Canva in the text below. Okay, we have covered the thumbnail, but the thumbnail alone won't get clicks. It needs a partner, and that partner is your video title. Let's move into the second half of this power duo. Titles decide whether your thumbnail works. Great titles are clear, simple, emotional, specific, curiosity building. Use natural language, not, for example, YouTube thumbnail optimization tutorial for retirees. It sounds better with why your thumbnails aren't working and how to fix them. Add curiosity, but don't be vague. Examples: I made one change, my view exploded. The mistake I wish I avoided at 65. How retirees can start winning on YouTube today. Make the viewer ask a question. If the viewer must mentally fill a gap, they click on titles like "This one thing doubled my views." As a viewer, your question would be, what thing? I should have started sooner. Here the viewer's question is, start what? Use numbers when you can. Numbers create structure and predictability and often generate more clicks. For example, 3 beginner mistakes to avoid. 5 easy steps to start your channel. Use power words like simple, easy, beginner, secret, mistake, hack, truth. Before you start, a title with a power word gets more clicks, especially from seniors who want reassurance. Now that we know the psychology behind thumbnails and titles, let's talk about how to actually make them, even if you never have done this graphic design in your life. YouTube rewards creators who improve their thumbnails and titles over time. YouTube's algorithms are constantly trying to understand your channel, to show your videos to the correct audience. Therefore, be congruent with thumbnails and titles. Well, actually with your entire channel. And YouTube will help you and not the other way around. This is a long-term game. Do not expect your very first video to go viral. Probably it won't happen. because YouTube doesn't know you and your channel yet. Here are some benchmarks to do to make it easier to understand your video's performance. Check your click-through rate, the CTR. CTR means how many people clicked on your video after seeing the thumbnail and title. 2% means needs improvement. 4 to 6% was quite solid. 8 to 12% fantastic. And 15 and up, viral potential, my friend. If your CTR is low, make bolder colors, add more expression, reduce text, make the title shorter. Let's talk about A/B testing thumbnails. You can replace the thumbnail after 48 to 72 hours. Track if CTR improves. Replace titles to see which performs better. The rule here is to never test more than one change at a time. If you change 2 things and your CTR is improving, you don't know which one of the 2 causes the improvement. YouTube thumbnail test. YouTube added a feature not too long ago where you can upload 3 different thumbnails to find out which one performs the best. I often use this feature. After a certain period of time, when YouTube got sufficient data, they changed to the thumbnail giving the best results. Here, for example, I used 3 thumbnails with 3 different images of myself, while in this example I tested with 3 different texts. Ask for feedback. Friends, family, or your online community can help. Ask which one would you click on. Retirees often have great instincts, especially when something looks confusing or untrustworthy. We are approaching the final part of this episode, and now you know everything about crafting high-performing thumbnails and titles. Let's pull it together so you can walk away with a simple, repeatable system. Here's your retiree-friendly formula. Step 1. Identify the core message of your video. What is the video really about? Step 2. Write 5 title ideas. Choose the most emotional one. Research on YouTube for similar videos to see which title gets the best attention. Step 3. Create your thumbnail. Big face or big object. 2 to 4 words or bold text. High contrast colors. 1 clear focal point. Step 4. Upload and monitor CTR for 48 hours. If CTR is low, change thumbnail or title. Step 5. Keep a notebook. Write down which thumbnails and titles perform best. Patterns will appear quickly. Congratulations, my friend. Most YouTubers, especially beginners, never take the time to understand thumbnails and titles. The fact that you're here already gives you an advantage because you would like to learn more. This is a never-ending process. And as this digital world is developing fast, all the time new techniques and trends are coming up. Compare with the film industry. You go to the cinema to watch a movie or watch the film on Netflix at home. Maybe it's an Oscar-winning movie you watch and you are blown away while watching the movie. What you often forget, though, is that the movie wasn't created from the sleeve. Months and even years of work together with millions of investment were behind a successful movie. The director of the movie had worked for years before he or she was able to make the Oscar-rewarded movie. View your YouTube journey in a similar way. There is a vast difference though. You are already sitting in the director's chair without spending a fortune. However, the learning processes follow exactly the same pattern. Now, if you have checked out my YouTube channel, you probably ask, who are you to talk about all this with only 1,100 followers and not any impressive number of watch hours? Well, as I said so many times, this is a never-ending journey. And when starting this series, Rita Rees and YouTube, My Journey, with emphasis on my journey, I promise to share all I have learned, but also including all the mistakes, which I have made a lot of. If you pretend to wait for the launch of something until you are perfect, you will wait forever, because you will never be perfect. Or as Salvador Dali, one of my favorite artists, expressed it, have no fear of perfection, you will never reach it. Even famous YouTube profiles like Mr. Beast was once new to this. The vulnerability to share your experience, far away from being perfect, give authenticity and trust. So start where you are, make sure to get forward, one step at a time. Keep on working with your YouTube channel, and I would love to get your comments below. Perhaps you have something to share with other people watching this video. All the best, my friend, and until next week with a new episode.